So my name is Lily and I'm 18 years old and I would love to be a dancer. And that is a big reason why I do not want to have a child right now. I always thought that it was quite hard to get pregnant because I know there's the whole thing about having to do it at a certain time of the month. And like, you see couples all the time who struggle to have children, like they try and, years on end, and for some reason they can't get pregnant, they can't have a baby. So I never thought that this would happen. I always thought it'd be too hard. I'm on the pill, but I didn't think that taking the pill every single day was as important as it is. I thought, because my boyfriend is at uni and I don't see him that often, if I miss a day it's fine. Now I realise that it's not fine. I was visiting my boyfriend and you know what it's like when you haven't seen them in ages, and then when you do see them, you go out, you have a bit to drink, you come back kind of crazy about seeing each other, you're all over each other. One thing leads to another, and And I had actually forgotten to take my pill with me when I went to see him. So I said, it's fine, I'll ask him to pull out, it'll be fine. There are other ways, to not get pregnant. So I did actually ask him to pull out, but in that moment, I think even I didn't care. In that moment I was just like, not thinking about anything apart from being with him. I wasn't bothered. Well, the night that it happened, I was like, it's fine. I'll just go and get the morning after pill. I'll be fine. And then in the morning, even though it should have been the first thing on my mind, it wasn't. And, I was too busy. And also I've missed the pill before and I haven't got pregnant then, so I just assumed that I would be fine. I didn't think it would matter. The whole missing my period thing didn't really faze me because, I've had irregular periods ever since I was younger. I did speak to my friends about, the fact that I hadn't taken the pill every single day, and I just, I wanted a bit of advice. And they're like, oh no, you'll be fine. The pill stays in your system, so even if you've missed a day or two, it's fine. But it was constantly in the back of my mind. I just had to be sure. And so I got a pregnancy test, and the whole thing you got to do, went to the toilet, waited the 3 minutes, and then came back positive. I felt that I couldn't go to my boyfriend because he's a few years older than me and more mature than me, and he would have he wanted to keep the baby, but that would have no. We weren't ready. It's not just that I wasn't ready. We weren't ready to have a baby. We would have fallen apart. I wouldn't have been able to cope. I went to my mum for support. I didn't know where else to go, because you know what people are like. They just judge you straight away. Even people who you think are your friends, they never really understand. My mum was the only person who I could go to. So obviously, when I made the decision that I was, going to go through with the abortion, I went to the clinic with my mum. And when we got there, obviously I was nervous. I was scared. I didn't know what was going to happen. It's a scary process. But the staff were, they were lovely. I didn't feel like I was being judged at any time. I suppose they have people like me who come and go all the time, and they know it's a big thing. So they made it, as relaxed as possible, so that I wasn't, freaking out the whole time. When it was first all done and dusted, I was quite relieved. And then after a while, when it hit me, I'd say it changed me. Definitely emotionally different person to who I was before. They offered me counselling, but I was like, I have to get through this myself. I've got myself into this situation. I need to, grow up a bit and sort it out myself. I mean, even though, it's kind of hard to talk about and it's hard to think about, like, what I've done, I do think it was the right decision. I'm not ready to have a baby. I'm 18 years old. I'm young. I'm still a kid in some people's eyes. I want to go out and I want to be able to live before I have children. I'm not financially, emotionally stable to have a child yet. I've still got some growing up to do.